Friday, April 24th, 2020. I'm Jeremy Crosby, coming from my house outside of Fitchburg, but still here to bring you your headlines in Fitchburg. And we got a lot to get to today as we head into the weekend. We start with a message from Aaron Richardson. I've got a piece of this. We've already shared it up on our Facebook page, but at least you can read or we can give you a short part of this. We are all in this together. You have heard of that a few times before lately, I'm sure, but it's true. We are on the journey with no real end in sight together. We are finding that we are stronger together by being apart. On the other side of the journey, I hope there is hope and resilience. It's hard to see that now, but I know you, Fitchburg residents, Fitchburg first responders, nurses, and doctors, or parents, or grandparents, or grandchildren, our business owners, public servants, and clergy will be in this all together, right? Fitchburg, we are Fitchburg, and I know we are strong, brave, and resilient. The full message is posted up on the city's website, fitchburgwi.gov, and through our Facebook page, so you can check out that. I will be talking with the mayor next week here on Talking Fitchburg, so stay tuned for that. Other news, Fitchburg Senior Center will be holding up a drive-by parade event. Yeah, check this out. Fitchburg Senior Center drive-by parade. They want to see you, but at a distance. Yeah, this will be on Wednesday, May 6th at 1 p.m. Runs to 2 p.m. at the Fitchburg Senior Center. Staff will be outside under the cover of the drive-up area there at the Senior Center. And they'll be passing out cloths and masks and sharing some smiles and waves. This will be as while supplies last, so make sure you come out early if you can. But say hello to everybody there at the Fitchburg Senior Center. It's a pretty cool event, again, happening Wednesday, May 6th, 1 p.m. at the Fitchburg Senior Center. All right, the need to make a trip to the store for food and other essential items is, of course, essential, but there's some tips that you can do to stay safe as you head out there. This graphic helps with that. So some tips here for when you run those errands. Order online or use curbside pickup when at all possible. Stay at home if you are sick or have a cough or have COVID-19 symptoms. So that's still all part of the game here, right? Avoid peak shopping hours early in the morning or late at night. Maybe less crowds during the days there. And then cover your mouth with a face mask, making sure to cover your nose and your mouth. And have that when you head out in public. And of course, practice that social distancing. Stay at least 6 feet apart from others while you're out shopping or in the lines. And disinfect the shopping cart with wipes. Every place I've gone to has the wipes when you walk in, so you can check that out. Make sure you use sanitizer when you leave the store, get in your car, get back at home. And I'd wipe down some of the items if you can, if you have some cloth, some disinfecting cloths or whatnot to keep it safe. So, some great tips there coming in, shared up at our social media, or the City of Fitchburg social media page. We shared those as well. All right, several things need to happen before the safer order can be scaled back, and I wanted to share some of this with you. It says here, to guard against the risk of large outbreaks, several things need to happen before the safer home. And you're familiar with this image. It's that curve. Yeah, we're trying to fight the curve, right? So over the course of 14 days, consistently, we've had fewer and fewer people reporting flu-like illnesses. Over the course of the 14 days, consistently fewer and fewer positive cases as a percentage for the total test. Remember, these are things that would help get us out of the stay-at-home orders here. Our hospitals can treat all patients without crisis care. Every Wisconsin resident who has symptoms of COVID-19 can get a lab test. Every Wisconsin resident who tests positive for COVID-19 is interviewed within 24 hours, and their contracts are interviewed within 48 hours. And all healthcare and public safety entities have adequate protective equipment and supplies to conduct COVID-19 testing, patient care, and public safety at work. By conducting the following safer at home, we can all work together to achieve this criteria sooner than later, and hopefully reopen Wisconsin soon. So there's been a lot of talk about opening now and certainly seeing that info there with the curve as part of that. And we're getting through it, folks. Day by day, right? Let's take this day by day. All right, we've heard a lot of stuff about animals and the potential for animals of spreading the virus. This is from the Department of Health Services in Wisconsin. And they're saying at this time, there is no evidence that animals play a significant role in spreading the virus that causes COVID-19. Based on the limited information available to date, the risk of animals spreading COVID-19 to people is considered to be low. A smaller number of pets have been reported to be infected with the virus that causes COVID-19, mostly after contact with people with COVID-19, though. We need to learn more about how this virus affects animals. Until then, treat pets as you would other human family members to protect them from getting sick. Sorry, you're hearing my kids in the background there just playing up a storm, so bear with me. That's at the at-home piece there. While CDC recommends that you avoid dog parks, if you still decide to use a dog park, take extra precaution, including do not let pets interact with other people or other animals outside the household. Maintain at least a 6 foot or 6 feet from other people and animals. Use leashes if necessary. And after leaving the dog park, use hand sanitizer. Wash your hands when you get home. These few things will make it just a little bit easier to get through this pandemic. Again, more research to come on this, but the stories are coming out that some pets have been getting the virus, so we'll keep you up to date as we hear more on that. All right, moving on. Fitchburg Police Department getting a pretty cool donation yesterday. Check this out. Yeah, from donations of food and supplies, the message of sport chalked around sidewalks. We continue to be humbled by our love of the sport in the community. Yesterday, we received a supply of high-quality homemade masks for our entire department. That's awesome. The entire department, mind you. The masks were accompanied by a note in which part said, during these unprecedented times and with the dwindling availability of PPE for first responders, my mom and I decided to make masks for your whole department. We greatly appreciate your services during this vastly unprecedented time, and we want you all to be safer as possible. Thank you so much, Maggie and Jack, for making these masks for the whole department. They look pretty cool there, and pretty nice gesture there to help out police as they continue to help us out there, and glad to share that story with you. All right, the Badger State Trail at McKee Road crossing will be closed starting April 27th. That's Monday. The reconstruction of the McKee Road includes the construction of a new bridge, the new Badger State Trail Bridge over McKee Road. During the construction of the bridge, a detour of the path will be placed until the end of 2020, and provided favorable weather and material delivery outcomes would speed things up. What are we talking about here? Well, this image. Yeah, the bridge. Yeah, the bridge is, again, going to be closed through September, and as you can see here, this includes both the double lanes continuing to extend down to the new Verona Road interchange there, but this bridge going over McKee Road, and that construction has been going on already. You know that from our construction updates, but this detour starting on Monday here, and here's a wider image of exactly what we are talking about here. So as we look at it, there's a couple different detours in place here. I've got a closer image that looking a little bit to the south, but basically if you follow any of these routes here that are marked in the dotted lines, that would get you around the project at this point. I would encourage you to head out to our social media page. We'll be sharing all this information out there for you so you can get a closer look at it as you make your way through the construction. And again, that will be closed through September as long as the weather and materials do come in on time. All right, that does it for me on this construction update. Remember that you can follow us through our many very great media outlets. That's on Roku, Apple TV, Facebook, YouTube, and of course, always at the website, fitchburgwi.gov, where you can find our channels, our streaming, and our video on demand services. All right, this has been your Talking Fitchburg update on Friday, April 24th, 2020. Have a good weekend, everybody. We'll see you back here Monday.